Capturing the brilliance of fireworks in a photograph is both an art and a science. The fleeting beauty of exploding colors against a night sky invites photographers to experiment, aiming to preserve the magic in a single frame. One of the most important elements in achieving striking fireworks photos is understanding and managing shutter speed. By mastering this setting, you can control how much of each burst is captured, how defined the trails appear, and how vibrant or balanced your exposure turns out. Let's start by considering the motion of fireworks. Each burst typically lasts just a fraction of a second, with the explosive trails painting dynamic arcs across the sky. Shutter speed determines whether you freeze the instant of the explosion or allow the movement to unfurl into luminous trails. If you opt for a fast shutter speed, around 1/20th of a second up to half a second, you'll freeze a single burst in time. This approach is excellent for capturing the sharp, defined edges of individual sparks and the intricate shapes they create. However, with less exposure time, you may find that dimmer bursts are underrepresented or that the overall image lacks some vibrancy. For most fireworks displays, a sweet spot lies between 1 and 4 seconds. This range allows you to record the full arc of a fireworks journey, from the initial explosion to the fading trail. You'll capture not just the moment of detonation, but the story it tells as it blooms and disperses. The resulting image displays vibrant colors and dynamic movement without overwhelming the scene with excess light. This balance is ideal for most situations, especially when the fireworks are moderately bright and spaced out. If you wish to create more dramatic, layered images with multiple bursts in a single frame, consider extending your shutter speed to between 4 and 10 seconds. This technique is perfect for grand finales or moments when several fireworks are launched in quick succession. The longer exposure records overlapping trails and bursts, producing a tapestry of color and light. However, be mindful. Too long an exposure can lead to overexposure. Especially with very bright or frequent fireworks, the sky may lose its darkness, and some details may become washed out. For ultimate control, many photographers use bulb mode. In bulb mode, the shutter remains open as long as you hold down the shutter release, giving you the freedom to determine exactly when to start and stop your exposure. This is particularly useful for unpredictable displays or when you want to synchronize your exposure with the timing of the bursts. Combine bulb mode with a remote shutter release to minimize camera shake and ensure your images remain sharp. To set yourself up for success, always shoot in manual mode. This allows you to control not only shutter speed, but also aperture and ISO. For fireworks, an aperture between f8 and f16 provides enough depth of field to keep the trails sharp, while an ISO of 100 to 200 keeps noise to a minimum. A sturdy tripod is essential for stability during long exposures, and a remote shutter release, or intervalometer, helps prevent camera shake. Before the show begins, set your focus to manual and pre-focus on a distant object or infinity. Autofocus may struggle in the dark. As the fireworks begin, anticipate the launch and open your shutter just before the burst reaches its peak. Review your shots as you go, adjusting your shutter speed based on the brightness and frequency of the fireworks. For bright, frequent bursts, shorten your shutter speed to 1 or 2 seconds to avoid overexposing the scene. When fireworks are sparse or dim, extend your exposure to 4 or 6 seconds to capture more light and detail. For truly creative shots with layered explosions, experiment with 8 to 10 seconds or use bulb mode. With patience, experimentation, and a keen eye for timing, you'll capture the awe-inspiring spectacle of fireworks in all their glory, preserving the excitement and wonder for years to come.